Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you from wherever you are listening in from. It is your host, Diego Ife, and you are listening to another upload of the BOON podcast. So, what I'm going to speak about in this upload is the subject of forgiveness. And again, it'll be interesting to know what you think, but I think that forgiveness is a very contentious topic. As many of us know who may at least come from a religious background, might be currently religiously observant, have certain values that they have taken on, and you'll commonly hear stuff along the lines of to withhold forgiveness is a sin. Forgiveness is not about you it's about the other person so that you can just let go and be free. And for me, why I say it's contentious and somewhat controversial is that a lot of people project their own ideas of forgiveness onto others. Sometimes these are like glib statements. They don't really tend to think about it. It's not so much about genuine empathy, in my opinion, but it's more to do with righteousness. Some people, in fairness, might do it because it's what they've become accustomed to. Other people have done it to them. They've not filtered or questioned how effective it is, and they've only kind of regurgitated or repeated it themselves. But what is the essence of doing it? What's the point of giving advice to somebody? And it's almost like you're only intensifying how bad they currently feel. At the end of the day, forgiveness is a form of healing, much the same way that there are people that have been subject to traumatic experiences, and which, even if you do want to recover, it's not an overnight process. Again, because it's not an overnight process, it stands to reason that whatever it is that someone is trying to heal from, they need time to do so. And with the illness comes forgiveness, okay? So I just want to kind of sort of really drive home the message that people should take their time, consider that not everybody has the same view on forgiveness. Forgiveness doesn't have to be a performance, it doesn't have to be instant. It can be something which you take your time. You'll find some people that will say, oh, this person wronged me, I forgive them. And then you're still grappling with that anger and that wrath. So what happens is that you kind of find yourself extreme to one extreme to another, one extreme to another, one extreme to another. And you now beat yourself up even more. So not only do you feel wronged, but you feel even worse because you can't just get over it. And that's unnatural. It's best to acknowledge how you truly feel. And this will be like a foundation to actually genuinely move forward. So yeah, look, to anybody who gives that advice about forgiving, like, now, just recognize you don't know what's going through that person's mind. If that person lies to you, to themselves, to both, it doesn't do anyone any good. It's a disservice to everybody that's involved. So consider a different way of doing things. Keep an open mind. And if someone doesn't seem to be so receptive to the message of forgiveness, then just give them their time. These things will work out themselves, or work themselves out, I should say. And to finish with, this video, this upload, I wanted to read out a poem that I wrote a bit earlier today, which is a culmination of my train of thought. Okay, so it's called "The Burden of Forgiveness," and I'm just going to read it out now. So, the burden of forgiveness. Why is forgiveness such a taboo? Life's injustices aren't so few. Many pressure you to forgive, but don't consider your view. So for those who do this, it's time to look at it anew. This take on the topic is long overdue. So what is the pressure all about? Many struggle with this process, so why the doubt? Is the pressure sincere, or is it about clout? If so, then stop. The burden of guilt is hard to surmount. Allow the wronged space. Do not put them on account. 1, 2, 3, stop. Look at the futility. This is not a project of vanity. For clarity, I mean the projection of self-righteousness. This selflessness is thinly veiled selfishness. The wronged is a proxy for vanity, when all they want is to bridge the disparity. Do you push others to forgive out of others doing the same? Is repetition the best you can give? The burden of guilt is hard to live with. The burden needs to be lifted and the feelings of guilt shifted. Forgiveness is not a public performance or glib conformance. To confine it to this is mere ignorance, and ignorance isn't bliss. Empathy is a must. If you give advice, the perpetrator doesn't deserve a public performance from the victim or grace. The mere suggestion is a disgrace. Righteousness may have a time and a place, but not when it comes to the burden of forgiveness. I hope you like it. Be interesting to know what you think about what I've shared. Drop your comments in the comment section. Please sub to the channel, and share among those that you feel like sharing it with. I appreciate anything that you do. And until the next time,